Okay, so there are some seriously cool things you can do with your iPhone in 2026 that you either didn't know about or you completely forgot. So let me put you on. For you folk who love a dim screen and at night you wish it can go even dimmer, there's actually a feature for that. So what you're gonna wanna do is go into your settings, accessibility, display and text size, and then you'll see an option when you scroll down all the way to the bottom that says reduce white point. And what this does is if you have your screen brightness all the way down, but it's just not enough, when you reduce white point, it gets even darker. So at night, if you're in bed and you don't want to wake up your significant other, or you just don't like a bright screen, you want it to be as dark as possible, reducing white point brings it down a lot. Now, let me put you on to something else. I don't know how many of you have heard of back tap, but back tap is been around for a while, but I think it is underutilized and it's actually really cool. So with back tap, you literally tap the back either twice or 3 times, and you can set different settings or different actions to those different taps. So for me, I've actually got reduce white point set to my triple back tap, and then you can see it dims just like that. Now to access this, you'll go into your settings, go to touch, back tap, make sure that's on, and then you can have it set for your double tap and your triple tap. You can pick what you want it to work with, and you have a list of different options over here. So next up, we've got faster airdrop. Now, we're all very familiar with airdrop. You know, it'll take like a minute or so to send over a large file, but what you can do is take a USB-C cable and actually get a wired connection going, and you're gonna see that it's actually going to change into a wired airdrop connection. So if you ever want to share a large amount of files, especially videos, and you need to do it quickly, you don't have to just rely on a wireless airdrop connection. Try it with a USB-C cable. And a little bonus for you guys, if you're ever in an area where one phone is getting better reception than another on cellular, you can actually plug in and share your cellular connection, kind of like a wired hotspot, so the other phone can jump onto that stronger cellular service and get way faster data speeds. Now this next one has been out for ages, but you'd be surprised at how many people don't know you can do this. In the same realm of airdrop, you can actually put 2 phones together and share your contact details. So many people don't know that you can do this. It's actually shocking. So if you didn't know, you're welcome into 2026. I'm sorry I had to do it. Yo, just like this weekend, I shared contact details with someone and they were just like, they were shocked. I had to put it on the list. It's like too many people still don't know about this. Now, before we jump into the next trick, we gotta give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, NordVPN, who actually has some really cool tricks for the iPhone too. So if you don't know what a VPN is, they actually stand for Virtual Private Network, and that's actually one of the most important tools you can use to browse the internet safely. So basically, when you're connected to something like public Wi-Fi, it creates a barrier so you can do all the things you want to do online, but basically it's like doing it anonymously. It can actually be really sketchy to do anything like check your bank information or access anything important while on a public Wi-Fi, because somebody could be waiting there to grab the information you put in. But that's the scarier side of things. VPNs are great for security, but for me, one of the things I love about it the most is being able to access content that might be like region locked. So if there's a show in the UK that I would love to watch, but I can't get access to it because I'm in America, I could actually use a VPN to get on a server in the UK and watch whatever content from there I would want. But yeah, for me, I've been using NordVPN for years now. It's on every computer I use, every iPhone that I have. I always make sure I download it. So if you guys want to check it out, head on over to nordvpn.com/consumer to get a 2-year plan with 4 additional months with a huge discount. And it's actually risk-free because of Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So again, nordvpn.com/consumer. So do yourself a favor and browse the internet safely or access some really cool content from abroad. Now, in the same vein of privacy, have you ever wanted to send a photo to someone and you maybe cropped in because you wanted to take some part out and you didn't want the person receiving it to be able to uncrop it? Maybe you never even thought about somebody potentially doing that, but there's a way to actually avoid that happening. So when you go to share a photo, when you've got the photo you want to send, you can go hit options right above the photo, and then you can go to the bottom and you see this little section that says all photos data. So right here, you can send all the data attached to that photo. So we're talking about all of the metadata, changes that you made to the photo, all of it will be included. So if you don't want someone being able to backtrack something that you've edited, make sure you keep that turned off. Because I know I've definitely cropped some things out of a photo or used the mark tool to kind of hide some information. And it would be pointless if I send it to someone and they can just hit like undo on it. So make sure that setting is off. Now the next one is way faster typing for long phrases that you say often. Immediately, I think about my email, UrAvgConsumer@gmail.com. It can be a lot to type out sometimes, so let me show you how to make it shorter. So all you have to do is jump into your settings. You'll head down to General, Keyboard, Text Replacement. Now the shortcut is URA. Now it is case sensitive, so I have it like that so I don't trigger it accidentally. So now I can just go into my text with Oscar, and then you'll see that it automatically pops up with my email. So now I can just replace it with that, send that over, and it's a much faster way. Now this next one also has to do with the keyboard. If you are writing something to someone and there's like a mistake in the middle of it, instead of having to tap in between or you're trying to get exactly it, yeah, you can kind of scroll with your finger, but you can also just hold the space bar, get right in between the word, right in the spot that you want, and it'll move precisely, and it makes it super easy to go back and fix a mistake. Now the next one Oscar put me on to. Now you know how we all go like, hey, set an alarm for 5 a.m. Did you know you didn't have to do the whole phrase? You can actually just activate Siri however you do it. 5 a.m. And then boom. Siri contextually understands that 5 a.m. is when you might want an alarm to go off. Or you can do something like 15 minutes. And it'll automatically set a timer. So a really short phrase like that can get the job done. Now, I don't know how many of you knew this, but the iPhone also works as a portable charger. So if you have a pair of AirPods and your AirPod died on you and you had no idea, the iPhone can come in clutch by sharing its power to a pair of AirPods just like that. Super quick, super simple, and it can actually charge other phones. So while it can share data, airdrop, and all that stuff, it can also just charge your phone. Now for the next one, we've been using screen recording for this video the entire time to show you guys what we're talking about. But did you know that you can actually screen record with your microphone on? Let's say you're screen recording a FaceTime conversation. Usually when you do a screen recording, that audio is going to be disabled, you won't hear anything. But if you turn on the microphone, you can actually put your volume up, it'll capture what you're saying, and with the volume up, it'll capture what the person's saying as well. And it's also just great for voiceover. Maybe you're doing a tutorial, you can actually have that microphone on, so as you're doing things on the screen, you'll be able to add that commentary directly onto that video. So next up, if you want a little extra security with any of your applications, all you have to do is hold down the app and then hit require Face ID. Now, in order for someone to open this up, it'll say Face ID required. And if you want to take it a little bit further, you can do hide and require Face ID. That way it doesn't show up amongst all of your other apps. You won't get any notifications. It won't show up on your list of apps. It'll kind of be tucked away. And if you want to access it again, you'll scroll down all the way to the bottom here. You'll have this new hidden folder. You select that, and using Face ID, it'll unlock it and you'll find that application or applications that you decided to hide. So if you want a little extra privacy, you can definitely take advantage of that. We all know what it's like to have a text message or a message that you want to send out, but it's really late at night and it might be unprofessional, rude, whatever the case may be. It might just be too late. You can actually have that message scheduled to come out at a later time. So once you've got your message, all you do is hit the plus sign, and then you can scroll down all the way until you see send later. And once you've got send later open, you can select when you want to do it. So then you'll see it kind of pending in your thread. And if you want, you can always go back and edit, you delete the message, or send it immediately. So you can have it just sitting there, and I know at 7 a.m., I'll let Oscar know I said yeah. I think that'll be a good way to start your day, Oscar.
It makes me very happy.
So let's say there's something you see that's really cool and you want to know more about it. Some people might think to take a picture of it and do a Google search, but what you can do with your iPhone is you can just hold down the camera control button over here. You'll see it light up. And then once it's got that picture taken, you can ask it any questions, and when you do that, it'll actually connect to ChatGPT, and then you can ask it whatever details, and then ChatGPT is gonna do its thing. Or you can just hit search, and then it'll do a Google search for anything matching it. That's a really quick and easy way to look up something specific, or even use it for translations. Now this next one is a really quick way to switch between apps. So if you're doing something where you need to switch between a bunch of the apps that you're using currently, you actually just swipe left and right on that home button at the bottom. So instead of having to go up and then scroll through your apps, you can very just quickly get back and forth between them just like this. I think we've all forgotten that this Genmoji part has existed. So if you have this feeling that you want to express, but there's no emoji that exactly captures it, this is where you go to create it. And I know for me personally, I've used it to create, some things. I've got like little teal hearts when I'm trying to show some love, but not in a romantic way. Yeah, there are other colors, but teal is better. I even have this one where I have like a happy face with a thumbs up. It's actually pretty cool when you sit down and you actually remember to use it. It can definitely get the right point across. Now this next tip, really handy for content creators who use their iPhone. So let's say you've got like your mobile content creating setup, but the phone is kind of far. Instead of having to hit record and then running back or using a special gadget to try and see what's on your screen, you can just use your Apple Watch. You can just jump into the apps on your Apple Watch, scroll down to the one that shows a little camera. It's called Camera Remote. So right from your Apple Watch, you can see the frame of your iPhone. So exactly what's on the screen, I'll be able to see it over here. So if I'm talking to the iPhone in a video, I can make sure my position is good. Maybe I want to move the camera a little bit closer. And then once I'm ready, I can just hit record and I can still see everything going on right on the phone. And it works both with the front facing camera, the rear camera, and you can even turn the flash on or off. So you do have some level of control in here as well. It just makes it a lot easier for content creation when you have a controller built into the watch that you probably take with you everywhere. And boom, right there we have our 15, but there's an extra bonus one that I gotta throw in here. So my girl Tech Me Out, she actually put me onto this. I thought it was hilarious. Because you can actually have a shortcut set up so that every time you plug in your iPhone, it actually speaks and like makes a sound. I'm gonna be doing this to Ari's phone. I'm curious to see what her reaction is gonna be. So when I take her phone, this is what I want it to do.
What'd you do that for?
Maybe I could change it to like, hey. But you can get it to say literally anything. And I think that's the cool part. So I'll probably just do something really surprising.
Hey, what'd you do that for?
There you go. That works. Yeah. I gotta think about what I want that phrase to be. Maybe you guys can help me with a comment down below. And in order to do it, all you have to do is go into the Shortcuts app. And then from here, you'll go into automations, and then you can hit plus charger. And in here, you'll want to make sure it's connected. You want to select run immediately. You hit next and then speak text. So you can literally type in whatever you want. Hey, how's it going? Once you hit the check mark, when you plug it in, it'll do the sound. But there you go, you guys. You got 16, and I think there were a couple bonuses in there. Solid iPhone tricks and tips. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, maybe we should do an Android one. Let me know with a comment down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.